There, I hit go live.
Excellent.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
It took under 5 seconds for the puppet to come out.
Yes, well, show me on this puppet where Star Trek hurt you.
Well, nowhere. See, I feel like this might be an improvement. Yeah.
Funny thing is, if I push my hands together, it looks like I have boobs.
That is funny. Wow. Yes. Our amazing captain has stole a lot of stuff. He walked into Trekyards HQ and he said, "This sex helmet, I'm stealing it. This sex gauntlet, I'm stealing it. This sex belt, I'm stealing it." There was a pattern. Let's not beat around the bush. But yeah. Expounding on. But as I joked to you previously, though, really it looks like the Lord of the Rings villain's helmet. Let's be honest.
It does.
Like,
yes.
almost identical. I can't imagine they're not fans of Lord of the Rings, so they must have been like, that looks Klingon-ish. But really want to be J.R. Tolkien.
For every super chat we're doing tonight.
Why is this?
I'll say for every super chat we get tonight, and the puppets are going to arrive to to read them. So.
Are you right there, Stuart?
Put that and pin it to the top. What's that?
Are you alright there, health-wise?
What's that?
Are you alright there, health-wise? Keep coughing. You alright?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll live. Don't worry about me.
Good.
Sure.
Yeah, hi guys. Yes. Let's talk about episode 2! Episode 2. Lots of things to talk about, lots of small things, and I'm sure we're going to pause on a few individual moments and say, this is what that's going to be. But we've gone from a long filming day today, and you guys can look forward to already some fun episodes, pre-filmed, ready to go. We've filmed up until Monday, so enjoy.
Yes, so anyway, we got 3 super chats to start. So Ozzy Maderos, every time we do a super chat, the puppet's going to come in. $5. I'm the great Cornholio Federation President, skeleton hand. I've corn command pins. Okie dokie.
So that's why he's a president. He kept adding corn to his pip, like, braid.
It's got a whole corn at the cob on each shoulder now. Yes.
Cornucopia of quality.
George Mangrum throws in $2.
Thank you.
With Rapunky when he joined the 7, everyone.
Yes.
And Mark Lawrence, $5. Super chats will make them go.
It's true.
And just for all the precious lovers out there, there's a little precious pug with the same scale as my Captain Foley.
Was that made by, or is that an absolute coincidence?
That was a coincidence.
That's
amazing.
amazing.
It's nice. So every super chat, the puppets will come out to read them. So
if you want the puppet to say naughty things, as you know, we have to read the super chats. So if you say Discovery is the best show, then puppet Stuart has to say it. 2 captains, the price of 1.
You can make the captain your puppet today only.
Yeah, I'm gonna start sharing though. If that's a good choice.
Okay, please do.
I will see you in a minute. I'll see you. You'll see me, but I won't see you.
All right. Yes. So, as I said, guys, for every super chat we get, the puppets will show up to make an appearance and read the super chat. That's what they do. That's what they're here for. So, anyway, guys, hit that like button. Be sure to share this video around. Subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell icon to all. You know all the routines, guys. You know you do. If you want a super chat, that's great. There's a lot of great super chats that have already come in. And like I said, me, the Puppet Foley will come in and read some super chats. Even maybe Puppet Commander Cockings will show up for super chats as well, if that's something you guys want to see. So, yeah, super chats are a great way to support the channel and show your support. Or you click that join button down there. There's a join button as well. And when you do that, you actually are helping the channel immensely, because those monthly subscriberships are very important. So it's a little bit every month, but it really helps out. So if you want to click that join button and just check out the prices, that would be awesome. You can head over to Patreon/Trekyards as well. It's another great way to support the channel. Or send us a PayPal. The PayPal information, just send it to trekyards@hotmail.com. The information for all that is down in the description of every video, so be sure to check those out, please. Other than that, there is a Teespring store down there and a TeePublic store. The TeePublic store currently has a sale on 35% off, so you can get some cool Trekyards merchandise. Yeah, support the channel that way, and show your Trekyards support. Get some Trekyards cool swag, and be part of the Trekyardian culture. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna take a leave now and let the real Captain Foley take over. So if you want to see me, guys, super chat away. Dun, dun, dun. So bye, guys. Yeah, you go down and hang out there. Focus. Focus. There we go. Focused. Sweet. Yeah, Khan's necklaces there. We're going to talk about all the stuff that's in there. We're going to have a special video dedicated to everything that's a fun reference in this episode next week. So I'll probably do a live talking about all the the cool cameo and just things showing up as well. So yeah, Sergeant Montgomery, you get a cool emoji as well when you join the channel. Lots of cool emojis, actually. So there you go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. We will be talking about that, of course. But yeah. I know, Chris, I told him after the fact. So, but yeah, there we go.
Hello.
Hello. Fleet Pa throws in $2. Hey, Samuel. Where's the Enterprise ring ship episode?
About the same place as the holodeck episode, obviously.
Well, as soon as I get the holodeck episode done, I expect the ring ship episode
That's how that
done.
works.
Okay, cool. Deal?
Apparently.
Sweet. He doesn't think so. Okay. And Chris Gwillem throws in £5 and says,
Thank you.
Samuel, the correct way around. Thumbs up, money, live long and prosper. Yeah, he left a comment on the video saying to mirror your image. I know. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video.
Yes, in today's review,
There we go.
as you can tell, Stuart loves playing with himself. And in today's video, you can see that. No, you can't. And you can see that in the video.
I could play with Samuel. I could play with Samuel if you wanted me to instead of myself.
We do transition from
really good. Hello.
from uniform to from reality into puppets, and transition took a little bit of time. So go back and enjoy. Hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
guys, this should be a fun discussion.
Set
Talking
a
about
super chat
all
and
the cool
like goal
stuff
before we get
saw.
started. I want to see I want some goals before we get started.
Super chat like goal. Well, we need 150 at least
Boom.
on top of what we already have. So, and
Okay.
we have 45 likes, which is awesome, but 70 people here. So by all means, hit that like button. Let's get the likes up to 75 as well. Let's get to 75. I know we can do it.
And also you're out of focus. But yes.
I yes, it's fine. It's going to happen during this episode. You're going to have to deal with it. There we go.
There you go. So Stuart, what do you think of season 2, episode 2 of Lower Decks?
I thought it was great. A lot better than the first episode, in my opinion. It was a fun, feel-good adventure with some cool twists and some really cool references, both visual and, the double Boimler thing was awesome. So, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed this one. That's the summation. It's a fun episode.
Did you enjoy it any more or less
Great.
in the second or third viewing? Like, with this much to look at in an episode, did the different viewings alter your perception?
Yeah, I would say so. Each time it's a little bit more enjoyable. You don't have to search around so much to frantically find things. You kind of know what's there, so you look for other places. It was really nice, actually.
Cool. Yeah, no, I'll jump in with mine and we can do super chats. Yeah, so for me, definitely, I preferred it to last week for numerous reasons, although the balance, while fine, could have been better. And really, that just would have been, give us a full time episode and a full the museum the collection episode. Both concepts deserved a full episode, full 22 minutes. And so by splitting them off from each other, neither got fully realised. But the fact that the Titan story arc is going to clearly lead into something much bigger excites me. Hopefully it's a satisfying alien who's, alien race that's pulling the strings. That could be really fun. Really, really fun. And even linked to other shows, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Although the Jet, the name Jet?
Yeah, Jet,
Yeah. His stuff with Mariner, while good, was sort of a rehash of last season a little bit, so it didn't feel as fresh. Just felt like another Mariner, very samey. So I was kind of surprised it just did the same pattern and sort of underused Temerian. But everything was like good, but everything could have been a bit better if rebalanced a little bit. But certainly more enjoyable than last week, and definitely I think this one is really the first episode of season 2. And it feels like a jumping off point into, what we're going to have this season. We've got tease. Okay. So that's kind of how it felt to me.
Yeah, I mean, the hints for something bigger coming is interesting, and we'll see how that turns out. I think it'll play out really well with knowing Mike McMahon. It's going to be something so obscure or so really good referential that we're going to be like, that's awesome. Good job.
Maybe one of the lives next week just needs to literally be, who are the big bad behind the pack lids, because that could be a whole blimmin' discussion, Yep.
So yeah, guys, put in your thoughts by all means. We really appreciate it. We have a few super chats to get to, so let's just get to those. And as promised, there's.
I do actually want to know.
Swiftback $2. Oh.
Well, I also want to know in the chat if you like this episode. So I'd like to know what the consensus is in the audience. Did you like this episode, yes or no? Did you like it, yes or no? Sorry, Puppet Stuart, continue.
Fleet Paw Swiftback $2. You don't like playing with yourself, Samuel? Kyle Wong, £5. Suggestion: can you do a list of Trek melee weapons and how good they are? Sure. That's a good top 10 list,
top
actually.
Top 10 weapons, yeah. That's a good idea. That'd be fun, actually, because I felt like you'd go for really cool, obscure ones. Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right. Captain Chili Bina, $5. Greetings. This was a good episode. It was.
Nice.
And Eugene is here. Thank you, Eugene, so much for 2,500 rubles. Rubles. I really hated Sonic's shower scene. Other than that, the episode was perfect. I didn't hate the Sonic shower scene. I don't like that they share, like, it's all like a dorm room with the beds and the hallway and the communal shower thing. It's kind of stupid.
Let's go right into that first scene. That is the start of the episode, so
it is. Yeah.
Time to jump in. So it starts off with the gang walking through their area in towels. Certainly not the start you expect to see. So it's quite puts you on guard, like, okay. But I quite like their dialogue. Although since we know that wormholes are absurdly rare and stable wormholes, it was a little bit dismissive, like, oh yes, I don't know if we're going to go in the wormhole or not. And it's like, what was it, a stable one? If it was not stable, you shouldn't be going through it.
Yeah.
But they're so tired and I quite like.
But what a chance for exploring, going through a.
Yeah, well, yeah. And I quite like the joke about the red alert klaxon. Like, I'm trying to sleep. Because, yeah, not everyone has to go to red alert when red alert happens, I guess. Yeah.
No. I guess you're on call, or you're either on duty or on call, or you're actually off. But, I mean, if red alert's going off, you're probably going to want to at least be aware of what the hell is going on.
But if it's
So,
the Enterprise D, do you really need all 800 people or 1,000 people suddenly go to their duty when you've got 3 people for every duty? Because then while on the bridge you only have one set of officers. If everyone goes to their job, then shouldn't there be 3 people at helm? So I guess it makes sense. You only go to red alert if you're on shift. Unless obviously the higher ups, and we always see the higher ups. Yeah. But yeah, why would a 3rd degree botany ensign have to jump to red alert when they've got Frank in botany number 1? Which I never thought of, as adds to the universe.
Yeah. Not a bad account, though. $2. Why are green and red lights on both saucer sides?
That is the real
We don't
question.
know, and we hate it.
It's a silly mistake.
It is. Silly. Yeah, the shower scene, it was too reminiscent of Starship Troopers for me, and you never see this in Star Trek. How often are you going to see people wandering down the hall with towels on the Enterprise D in the background? That'd be hilarious. I guess there's enough quarters on the Enterprise D for everybody. The ship must be overcrowded and under equipped, I guess. I don't know. It's just kind of stupid.
See, I'm in the middle because this is very reminiscent of both Enterprise and Enterprise really. I mean, this is, they had sonic showers. Here we go. But we've only ever seen shows with the higher ups, where of course they have their own space. And like you say, the Enterprise D is too big for the amount of people to the point where there's empty decks. This ship is clearly not that. They, and it's bottom of the bottom. So while it's not the best idea, I mean, if you're on a, they're like a regiment on a, I don't know, on a what's it called, on a submarine. Do they have, or an aircraft carrier?
Mm-hmm.
I think they don't have communal, but do they have? How do they shower then on a 1,000 people
no idea,
on an aircraft carrier?
I don't know.
But then also, why are we adding our own negative tropes? Because this is so many hundred years in the future. Why would you think anything of this? So I kind of
because it's Starfleet. We've never seen this before from Starfleet. You wouldn't expect this from Starfleet.
We've never seen ensigns in a small ship either. So that and actually, I kind of like the idea that actually the blurring of the parts worth blurring is actually part of the sonic field. Because if it's washing you, well, you don't. How much you have to wash your face? So I actually would, literally, if that's a gimmick, it'd be kind of funny if they actually have a scene where they walk out of sonic shower and then the sonic, you then see the full bits on display, and it's like, yeah, we weren't censoring it. That's just how the sonic shower works. like, oh wow, boobs. Okay, yeah, because that's how it works. So I actually buy that because it's it's 45th gen sonic screwdriver, sonic shower. So I mean, I don't know. It doesn't add too much to it except showing the nature of the future, but
yeah, it's interesting and it's kind of annoying at the same time.
Yeah, it's love it or hate it. Sort of
I really want somebody to remaster this scene and fill in the details, if you know what I mean. Somebody please do this. But anyway.
Well, I also find it odd that it shouldn't be able to go up to making you bleed level. That should be safety protocols.
But what if you have a Tholian officer that needs a really high...
No, I considered that. No, I agree. Because there would be certain zones, like this shower is only for two-legged bipedals. Not everyone can share the same space, the same sonic power. 100% agree. But yeah, it's a power play between the two.
And they still do have the ability. Yeah, they still do have the power to have real showers. We see it in Insurrection. They're having a Deanna and Riker having a bath.
A very nice.
We see. That's true. We see an Enterprise Archer is having a shower, but that's probably before the invention of sonic showers, I would think, because the gravity goes out and all the water.
Yeah, I was thinking of the decontamination chamber, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were.
But
which
anyway.
This is very reminiscent of the stuff on the walls. So, yeah, interesting scene. But the whole making it ramping up. All right, we got some super chats. George Mangrum, $5. Tendi and Mariner in the shower has been Arnok at the race of Natara through my mind all day. We're gonna have more metaphors to make memes out of now. Sweet. And not a banned account, $5. In the future, humanity is so evolved that embarrassment over things like nudity are probably quaint. Sure, but it's still Starfleet. There's a certain air of professionalism. It's not the merchant marines, it's just, I don't know. I think it's kind of dumb.
I think a good parallel, though, is in TOS when the Limkin says to Uhura the N-word, and she's like, oh, we don't use it anymore. It's not even part of her brain. So just like that, we've evolved to the point where, yeah, they're naked. What? Is that the thing? I would see it as that, you know.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I thought it was kind of stupid personally, but hey, it is what it is.
But then you come up to ship. Nope, he hangs up apparently.
Trying to reestablish and get this connection to work properly, because that was a crappy connection the entire time.
It was
for me. Hopefully this is better. Anyway, Eugene is back with 500 rubles. So thank you very much, Eugene. I have to go, but before that, I'm going to predict something. Boimler clone is actually not Boimler, but an infiltrator. Yeah. I
have thoughts.
Definitely see that happening.
Yeah.
And I got a problem with that scene where they're coming up in the shuttle. And they the shuttle pilot messages.
We'll get there, because that's a whole debate right at the end. We'll get there.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Stuart, can I talk to Stuart? Oh, there we go. Here he is.
Hey.
So the storyline is a well-known collector has died, and now the Collectors Guild is saying, "Hey, we're going to sell all this stuff. Great, cool, his collection, but we have to get we want to get Starfleet to come in and see what's dangerous. Because they don't want to get vaporized." So nice, logical. Obviously linked to Kiva Farjo, and there's multiple fun references to that that side of the universe. So I thought it was quite a smart opening.
Yeah, and the fact that they have to bring the Federation just to make sure nothing's booby-trapped or dangerous was a nice... I don't know why these... I mean, it's probably a low-level mission as far as danger goes. Yep. I don't know why they sent 3 ensigns and a lieutenant.
Or 3 in general.
I'm sure it's the chief of security. Well, he's probably the closest, and it's like not important. So yeah, let them do it. But yeah, it seems like a pain in the ass for Starfleet to have to do this, because it's probably regulated that they need to do this to make sure that the collectors don't die.
Actually, a good point. Why even send those officers? Because Tendy's a medical. Didn't even bring a medical kit. What's she there to if she's a designated doctor on the team, bring a damn medical kit like Crusher would. Doesn't matter. They all had phasers though, apparently.
Yeah. I also love the little reference here. Is this the guy that collected data or tried to collect data? Every one of them has tried to collect data. And the poor psychiatrist is like, oh, poor data. Nice touch.
That's one of the smartest references they've done for a while. Because, yes, obviously. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, Data's famous across the universe, pretty much. So he would be thrown out in average conversation. Although it's weird considering the Doctor has no part in the episode, except this joke and the end joke. I'm not sure why he was in the episode at all then. Especially if maybe it was a deleted scene where he was talking to the mum about her micromanaging problems. That would make sense.
Yeah.
But he seems a bit superfluous. I mean, it's fine to see the bird person, but a bit odd.
Yeah, but we get to meet Kayshon.
Great name.
First Temerian in Starfleet.
Great name.
Yeah. Who's their head of security now, and he is lieutenant. We got confirmation of that, even though we never see his pips because he's got the double chin thing going on.
You half see them back in like 2 frames every once in a while, but yeah.
And I like how there's like the universal translator doesn't always. What I meant was, so he's trying to learn his standard language, and he even mentions that later. I think it's really well done, really well handled, and I really enjoy it. I thought he was going to be speaking in metaphors the whole time when he was here, which would have been quite annoying. But I kind of like that we're learning more of the metaphors, and he's actually trying to speak the standards. So that's cool.
I remember saying to you that's never going to work. So let's see what the hell they do.
Yeah.
Although, can you imagine, he must be apologising all the damn time, so I feel kind of sorry for him. It's like tourists that come to the UK or wherever just can't speak the language. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't understand. It's like, it's fine. You know, you're in an unknown place. It's okay. But considering he's going through both Universal Translator and having to do his own... That's a lot he's having to translate in his brain. So he does a very good job considering. Very good job.
Yeah. And Fleetpaw Swiftback throws in $2. Why is the shrink on the bridge? That's a very good question. Okay. Why is Deanna on the bridge?
Well, yes. There you
go. And also because Samuel said it would have been a bit of scene about him helping out the captain with her evaluation or delivering her evaluation, maybe, because who would deliver? Because here she's saying that she's waiting for her evaluation, and then later she's just got it. So
yeah,
it would be cool if he brought it. I mean, it would make sense that Starfleet might send him with it. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a deleted scene. But then you get the genuine excitement by the crew, because this is a big deal. You know, one of the few races you just can't communicate with. I'm sure that will also spread far and wide. And the flagship's the one that made that first bridge. So it's nice they're excited. It's a good continuing message of inclusion that we have without it feeling like a message. Yeah. It's just excellent. It's not being, good balance here.
Yeah. And we got another super chat. Loki Flack throws in $175 Canadian. So thank you so much.
What?
That is an amazing super chat.
Oh my god.
He says, really enjoyed the episode. Agree that both storylines should have been full episodes. Great references. Fun episode. Bunch of setups for the season. Looking forward to it. My bonus just came in. So sharing the love. Thanks for many hours of great content. Well, thank you so much for that. A fantastic super chat. I think that warrants 2.
Yeah.
Hey.
I already put mine. What are you doing? No! I can't even censor that.
It's them. I'm just observing.
Okay, I'm okay. I can't hear anymore.
Sorry. Anyway, yeah. No, thank you, Loki Flack. That is amazing. Thank you so much. That is an amazing super chat.
And we can relax.
Your bonus came in, and our bonus came in.
Yeah, and that helps our month a lot. So, Stuart, seeing that awful thing, I can't live anymore. So I have to commit suicide. The only sane way, with the biggest thing I have. It's so big I can't get into frame.
Why are you doing this?
Because you made me watch the thing. It's awful.
Oh.
Gotta. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much. That is an awesome super chat.
It's insane. Thank you.
In the membrane. Speaking of 94 likes, I want to know if Loki has hit that like button yet, because we have 70 likes right now with 94 people here. So let's get to 100 likes if possible, guys. Hit that like button. I know I screwed numbers there, but that's okay. That happens sometimes. Area 51 throws in $5. Oh, I guess the rest of us can lay back now on the super chats. No, because some of our lives are really, really light. So the more we can make, the lighter other ones can be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a puppet. Damn it! Listen to me. Look into my soul. I can see your soul.
Well, speaking of, oh my god, that's great! Wow, that looks great on camera. Wow.
Oh, look into my eyes.
Anyway,
but now I'm way out of focus.
Cut to Boimler, yelling. This is a serious show. You'd think he'd get slightly reprimanded for screaming on the bridge.
That being said, he gets ordered to take out their aft shields and perform a maneuver, and he does it without hesitation and does the maneuver flawlessly.
Well,
I want to see them with their aft out. I love that line.
I don't think he did it because he's not the one with weapons. He piloted the other guy fired, so he just piloted.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay. He did the piloting perfectly.
Okay.
Mr. Boimler, attack Pad and Delta. Target the aft shields. But yes, sir. And then the ship does its thing perfectly. He did it. He did his job. And Riker has to like him because Riker's keeping him around.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, I get the sense this Riker's having so much fun. He's blind to certain things. He doesn't come across as the best leader. Not a bad leader by any means. Although you got to remember that the Prometheus can do attack pattern Delta, and be fully automated. So he might just press bleep bleep delta. So he's not.
Yeah.
See, because Bonner's not a pilot. I never think he was a. Like, I don't think he's a pilot. But then what's Mariner? I don't know. They're ops.
Well, Wendler's at helm each time we've seen him on the Titan, so.
I guess. Yeah. But it's a decent enough space battle. Very pumping action. Nice love for the Titan.
Some beautiful Titan shots. Seeing it fire those torpedoes and phasers. Oh.
Very first
beautiful.
contact. Although that entire top pod's glowing for some reason. That's weird. Huh. See, they've got red and green blinkies correct, so they do know what they're doing.
You're right.
Yeah.
That is weird. Yeah. Wow. Area 51, $5. Okay, here's more for the puppets. You like them, don't you? And Captain Chili Bean, $5. Instead of laying back, let's keep the money flowing. Also, this was the cut to Titan we expected last week. Absolutely.
There's the moment
totally agree.
that needed the cut, and we didn't get it. Yes. And by the way, what I'll do is when we get to the actual puppet, I'll bring out my version of the puppets so we can just do a portion of the episode as puppets potentially.
There you go. Sweet.
Now I did for some reason I quite like the fact they didn't just destroy the pack good, because I imagined a very heroic, but the fact that the ship wasn't just destroyed this quickly makes me think they are smarter than they look, which is how I'm meant to feel. So that's pretty unusual to have a ship actually escape. Small note, I really liked it.
Yeah. And Sergeant Montgomery asks, anyone know the species next to Riker? I didn't know either.
Brand new.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's brand new.
So, yeah. I don't know. It's probably in the Titan books, honestly. I mean, there's probably little references that we're not sure of. I don't even know his number one, his first officer, the lady with the face.
Yeah.
What is that supposed to be like?
I don't know.
Don't know.
But it's, I mean, a good looking, as in like a good, cool alien, and it's you know, an alien woman second officer. Neat. Good stuff. But yeah, everyone's celebrating. I like the real group communal feel here. Everyone is all on the same page, and Riker is once again. I missed that first time. Leg on the chair. Every time.
Yes.
Every damn time.
Oh, Metallica fan, 1442, £5. So thank you so much. Here's a super chat for the Master of Puppets. I am the Puppet Master. I mean, I am the Puppet Master. My puppet.
Pretty much.
And usually I control Samuel's strings from over here, but I have him here today.
It's too much power.
I'm having too much fun. Who wants to see Precious the pig?
That's great.
It's good.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab my puppets. I'll see you in a minute, and I'll put it on the next scene if you. Well, the beam scene. That's it. Okay.
He's gonna grab his puppet, which I think is a euphemism for something. So don't be surprised with what he comes back with. I'm just sad we didn't get to see him mount the chair like he normally does. Sounds very, very dirty. Yeah, so this is where they meet up with Kayshon in the transporter room. I love the whole, oh geez, Darmok Angelad on the ocean. Working with you? Yes, thank you. Apologies, my Federation standard is still shaky. Perfect. Love that. I think that having the Temerian here is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great addition to the cast and the crew. I love that he's the security officer. I love the sash. I love the knife. I think it's cool. Now, people have been wondering what kind of knife is it. It does look like a chef's knife. A lot of people have pointed that out. Is he a chef? Is he a cook? That'd be a nice little extra thing for his character. So, puppets everywhere. I don't have any puppets. If I made one, it would probably end up looking like a voodoo doll. I hope it's not that puppet. Oh, the crusty one? No, I don't think it's the crusty one, Brian. Jet is a little charmer, suck up. Give Puppet Sam to the dogs. Oh, that's just mean. It's just mean. Yeah, so I don't know where he had to go for the puppets. Did he have to come to Canada to get his? I don't know. Because he's taken forever. Anywho, yeah. So, what do you guys think of the Temerian? Are you guys happy that he's the new chief of security? We kind of called that he wouldn't be, so we were wrong in that regard. We thought he'd be like a one episode kind of thing because we thought he would speak completely in metaphors. However, I like the way they're handling him, and I'm glad that he's part of the crew now.
Mini emergency here, so I'll be back in like five or 7 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Sorry, but you know, real life happens too. But I'll put you on the museum thing. Sorry, see you in 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay, 5 to 7 minutes there, guys, without the commander. So, don't know what's happening over there. Hope everything is good. Anyway, yes, they beam over to the collector's ship, and there's a lot of cool stuff here to talk about. We're going to be doing breakdown videos of all this stuff. We're going to have a specific video just on everything that we see in the museum or the collector's ship, as well as a live next week talking about all the stuff. So you guys, if you want to join us, if you see anything that we missed or anything like that, by all means, check that out. It's probably going to be Monday that we're going to be doing that. So come for that live if you can. Yeah, so it looks like people, pretty consensus across the board is that they like having the Temerian there. So that's awesome. Yeah, very specific. I don't know what emergency it is. Hopefully everything is okay. I don't know. Let's see what he sent me anything here, which he hasn't. Anywho, so yeah, don't know if you guys want to, what you guys want to talk about. If you want to shoot a super chat in the meantime while we wait, I don't know. And yes, somebody had asked earlier if anyone noticed the Infinite Vulcan from TS, the animated series episode, Spock 2. And yes, absolutely. It's the first thing, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Samuel didn't get the reference, but that's okay. He hasn't watched as much the animated series as I have, and he just didn't register with him. He just thought it was a TOS crew member that got gigantified for some reason. But it's clearly Spock 2. It's got the commander pips on the sleeves, so the commander ranks. So yeah, the Mars rover. Captain Chili Beana. Captain Chili Beana, thank you so much. $5. Big fan of Kayshon. Love the Broken Federation standard and learning more of their metaphors. He's going to be fun this season. He is indeed. Absolutely. I think you're going to have a lot of fun storylines with him. And hopefully, I mean, he seems like a pretty interesting character. So hopefully that keeps up, because I think it's a great idea. And yay. 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 You can leave now. They've had enough of you. Oh, it made him sad. Hey, me no other. How's it going? Project Chiva, I didn't get the giant Spock thing, but I've never watched the animated series. Well, you got to watch the animated series. They definitely reference it a lot in Lower Decks, and it was a huge deal seeing that Spock there. So, because the Infinite Vulcan is an animated series episode. As we know, Walter Koenig, who plays Chekhov, was not in the animated series. However, they did allow him to write a story for the animated series, which was that episode, the Infinite Vulcan. So he is the writer of that episode. So interesting little facts that Walter Koenig or Chekhov wrote the episode, the Infinite Vulcan, with the giant Spock. You know, this is the Titan is looking more realistic. Absolutely it is. And Zango76 says, is that the inner light probe? It absolutely it is. It is the Catan probe. So, yeah. Marco Van Osh throws in £5. Thank you so much. He says, love the puppets. Who made them? Well, they were made by the Admiral's mother, my mother-in-law. So check out Geeky Sheep Canada on Facebook. Check out all of her stuff. She makes some really cool little figures. So she made these. Just getting a face palm from Sylvia over there. But yeah, thank you so much. Check out Geeky Sheep Canada on Facebook, and you'll see what she's got going on. So And sorry if I'm doing this. Just when I put the puppet up, it focuses on it, and I'm out of focus. And feed me, Seymour, shut up. I don't want to hear those words out of your mouth ever again, because you're absolutely wrong. He starved to death. The collector guy didn't feed him after he collected him. Maybe he wanted it to be a skeleton, or he waited till he died, then got it, or he captured him alive and hung him up with the hooks. You know how people do the suspension stuff with the hooks through their skin? Maybe he did that and then just forgot to feed him. So, not a banned account throws in $2. Are the puppets for sale on the Trekyards site? They are not, no. However, if she gets enough a request or two for some of them, she might knit up some more. So you might be able to get some. See, even has a little phaser and a little Trekyards badge. It's an actual Trekyards badge. So, and Samuel's got the standard communicator. He's got a little pocket for his tricorder, and he's got a little dolphin phaser there. So, yeah, really cool stuff. Let's focus. I think Samuel's alive now, so that's good. Oh, probably me no other. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, a reference or homage to people that collect things.
Hello.
Yes, absolutely.
What did I miss?
Everything. We're already done the episode now.
Oh, shit. 4 out of 10. No, I'm kidding. I mean, you could have.
No.
You could have summarized it pretty quickly.
We just basically talked about the Infinite Vulcan quite a bit because
okay.
some people didn't understand the reference. So I just
didn't.
Walter Koenig having written the episode because he wasn't voice acting in the show, but that was part of the deal.
Yes.
So
there you go.
It was a nice little.
I've got my own transporter clone, and I am the giant in this episode. Oh my god. Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, you can't be more apt than to have double Boimler and double ass.
See,
transporter.
which one is the devil and which one is the angel on my shoulder here?
Everything's reversed. Right. Now to continue with the sanity. Right. I can't move very much, but
Insanity. Oh. Not a banned account. $2. Thank you so much. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Oh, what the... Anyway, we need to see Professor Moriarty returning in Lower Decks. Absolutely. The actor recently did a cameo appearance on Cameo for somebody mentioning a showdown. He'd like to be on Picard to kind of get revenge for what Picard did to him. So, look at my babies. Samuel's having too much fun. Anywho, thank you so much for all the super chats. You guys are doing really great today. It is a fun episode, and I'm glad people are here. We have 97 people, 85 likes.
Excellent.
Hit that like button, guys. Let's get to 100 likes. It's very possible. Don't forget to join the channel as well. We got 0 new members this live. So
you said that with such confidence as well. We had 0 new members.
Yes. Hit that join button and at least check the membership tiers for monthly subscriptions. It's not very much a month, and it makes a big difference to the algorithm and just to us at the end of the month. So if you can, please do. Plus, you get the name highlighted. You get a badge. It's really cool.
Right. Let me talk about the
rank
transporter room scene then. So yes, I like it. I like the vibe of the Temerian. I like the Jet character. I think Mariner's super harsh to him later. I think he's just trying to be a good guy. But I think that's pretty clear from the context. He's just being a good officer. And she's Mr. Jealous. And I quite like him, wanting to open up and be
Jet,
being friends with the Temerian. But yeah, they beam in, references galore. The slimy guy is slimy. And does anybody know what the unicorn's meant to be? Because I imagine a lot of stuff isn't references, but most of it is. But I don't think a lot of it is. Because it would be odd to have every single thing be something we know. Like, what's that shark? I don't know.
It would be odd, yeah. Fleet Pass Swift back, though. $5. Okay, we need a purple flash and the puppets to do the rest of the live now. Make it so. There's no more purple flashes. We deactivated that shit. We can do this on as we want now. On demand.
Maybe that will happen. We'll see.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thanks, Femi Seymour.
Yeah, I don't know what the unicorn is referring to specifically, but
Or is it a Blade Runner reference?
maybe. You're out of focus now, by the way. And it's funny because later when they activate the security measures, there you go. That should be good. Yeah. When they activate the security measures, the picture comes alive and does which is just like Dennis Nedry in Jurassic Park, which I laughed at the first time. I thought that was hilarious. So
it's it's super obvious, but it's like a good obvious.
Feed Seymour says unicorn was from a Voyager episode. What? Don't remember that.
I mean, there's lots of Voyager episodes. Please clarify.
Specific. Yeah, lots to talk about here. We're gonna be, like I said, we're gonna be doing a separate video that focuses on all the stuff we noticed. And next Monday, we're releasing that video, and that the live for Monday next week will be talking about all the specific references here. So we don't really want to get into all of them right now.
No.
But you know,
there's enough episodes to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about. Yeah.
But we go back to the Titan. Another nice beauty. I like it. Looks good. And a bit of artistic there. And a great briefing room. Really nice. It is just the Enterprise D briefing room, a bit modified, but I dig it. And this is the first real Riker scene we've had since, well, the first real Riker as uniform Riker since Nemesis. So that's almost 20 years, and then first good Riker scene since Picard. But he was actually good in Picard, so.
Yeah, and it is great to see more of the Titan, more of the interiors. The briefing room looks great. I love the colors in there. As I said, they're very warm, and I like that color. And there are ships on the walls, guys, which we'll talk about in another episode probably. But there are ships on the walls in the background. So, are they Titans? Probably. Just saying.
And of all the ways of doing this scene, I really like the simple approach to Boimler, where he's not dumb. He's just can't keep up because he's newish to the ship. So it's like, I mean, everything you're saying is important. I sort of recognize it. But it also comes across as real information, which I appreciate. And the fact that we go to the mine, etc. This is actually world building and story building. And things actually handled very well.
It's also a bit of backstory for the Titan crew. I don't know if it's mentioned in the novels, but they talk about the Veruvian the mines, right? The Veruvian mines contains minerals which become volatile at vibratory frequencies. And then they talk about if you try to blow up Starbase 58. So I'm wondering if that's referring to something in one of the novels, maybe. If you guys know, let us know, because that's a nice little nod. So it's kind of great, actually.
Yeah. And yeah. And I also like the one guy's British. I think he's actually meant to be British.
He is, but he sounds Australian. Yeah. I don't know
either. But there's definitely a pretty hefty chunk of the crew. You've got a full rank commander, second in command, as we worked out on a previous episode. If you're a commander, you're the second in command. There aren't any shared commanders except Crusher, and she was medical commander and lieutenant commander. So these are the top people of the ship.
Yeah. And Chris Gwillem, I agree. Fingers crossed for a Playmates Titan ship. Yes.
Just more Titan in general, yeah. Yeah, and Riker's good and take charge here. I do wish, though, he had more character dialogue. Now, I understand the jazz stuff is very characterful, but it's also all jokes. So he's very good here, but any other captain or actor could take these lines and be exactly as good. So I wish there was a bit more. I don't know how you do that without making him silly, but that's why I just hope there's just some of him maybe every episode or every other episode. Hopefully.
The thing that bothers me is the fact that they took the jazz thing and just blew it out of proportion. Like later when he's like, and let's warp out of here in the factor of 5. Like, shut the fuck. It was funny once. You don't need to do it every time. And it's like, that's his whole persona. I hate that. He's also got a wedding ring on. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Yeah.
But I know what. Yeah. There's other stuff to talk about with him later. So hopefully.
And the weird thing is, he was never that into jazz.
Not really.
Like, he was more into trombone than jazz, and he was more into other stuff than trombone, so...
Well, he did the jazz club once, and yeah, he plays jazz with the trombone, because trombone's a big part of jazz. I mean, it is what it is, and it's blown out of proportion here, unfortunately.
I wouldn't have defined his character by jazz.
I wouldn't either.
don't know what I would necessarily, but no, it's a good little thing, and Boyman does well. I just wish there was a bit more Riker in it, and not joke Riker, real Riker. But it's a fine scene.
Yeah. And Fleet Paw Swiftback throws in $2. So thank you so
There
much,
you go.
Fleet Paw. That is awesome. Not the jazz, he says. I guess you didn't like the jazz either. Okay, cool. Thanks, Fleet Paw.
And Deborah says, Lower Decks Riker is meant to be over the top. Yes, but there's always a line. Everyone's over the top, but everyone can be balanced at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, because why be over the top in a serious situation for the sake of it? You know, it's still Riker. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, back on the collector ship. They're still collecting all the small things, avoiding anything in the cases because that's what they were told to do. And lots of things that they're collecting. You notice the cannon that Worf fired? I didn't even know what the hell that was. So,
Purple big
call on
space
that.
bazooka from Insurrection.
Yeah.
It's always a weird one. And then
The guy tries to collect Rutherford. You're pretty rare. There's a lot of you and stuff. No, there's only a few.
Which I appreciate. I think that's just such a well played little moment because it never comes back. It's just I'll try. I also use the word menagerie as well, which is a great, obviously a great reference to a reference. But it also helps to reiterate that Trek isn't known for robots or androids or bio people. That's not a norm by any stretch. Data was the absolute rarity, and the fact that this is, Rutherford explicitly said there's only a few of us. Okay, good. For whatever reason he had this done, he's a rarity. Good. You said it in the show. Nice.
Mm-hmm. And yes, there is a Chateau Picard crate there. Yes, there is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the fornication helmet as well. Kayless's fornication helmet, no less.
Sorry, who?
Stay safe, everyone.
Who?
I'm not going to say... I can't say it like you can.
But how great...
Now everybody wants you to say it.
I'm going to.
Oh, this puppet's going to do it.
Curtis! What's wrong? Why are you laughing?
No, nothing. It's great. It's good.
He's the Kaylash fights Moloch on Dinagra. Wait. No, that's wrong. I go now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, I'm got a phone and I'm talking about Trekyards. Hey, everybody. Hey.
Why do I sound like Colonel Sanders? What?
Smooth jazz.
No, I thought it was great. Like I said,
Oh my god. Oh.
Looks like Lord of the Rings guy, but it's still great. I wish I had some more blood on it, I'll be honest. Although I guess no, it's fine. Klingons blood and sex is fine. But I love the just chill nature tendencies. Don't you think the Klingons would be after this thing? This sounds very important, or at least...
I love how she's like, oh, that's fun, safety first. And she looks in the reflection and looks like she's wearing the helmet.
Yep.
It's almost like a foreshadowing of something, but it never happens.
Yeah, it's great.
Anyway, Matt Boardman, thank you so much. $10.
Oh, yeah.
I did like the reference to Nightbird, which is a jazz song that Riker had practiced for years, but could never get the solo part.
Oh, that's
another reference to TNG Second Chances. Yeah, I noticed that as well. And good call, Matt. Thank you so much for the super chat. Very much appreciated.
Yes. And as appreciated the TOS scanner.
Yes.
Now, isn't this torpedo pod the one that the old guy got? Because isn't it that pod? Because I was confused why they said the ordnance, but it's got the hole in it that the guy's face was in.
Yeah, what the hell is his name now? Know him is to love him.
Yeah.
Love him is
Data's best friend and dad and mentor are not really...
His grandpa.
So it's like season 2 of TNG when Data's brain gets... Well, a dude puts his brain into Data's brain. It's quite a decent episode, actually. It's weird, and they send off the original body in a tube that looks like this, Mr. Torpedo Tube, but it's with that same hole. So I assume it's what it was meant to be, because it looks the same.
That's funny. I never thought about that, but you're right. The color of the window thing, yeah.
I mean, there's been no other torpedo like that.
It'd be funny if there was a skeleton inside it. Skeletons everywhere else.
Yeah. I mean, and to be fair, he's, he was one of the top of his field, so potentially...
Yeah, Graves. Dr. Graves. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I'm seeing stuff you didn't see. That's good.
Yeah, that's great. But then he does say, "Oh yeah, take it easy while I'm carrying ordnance. Great idea." So it implies that it is actually a weapon still. So.
But also, he wouldn't recognize it as being that. He would just see a torpedo shell. To be fair, he wouldn't know the situation. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a white rhino in the background, which is kind of sad because white rhinos recently just did go extinct.
Oh no.
And there's actually an episode. Yeah, there's actually an episode with Alexander where they're doing the school trip, and he steals a little lizard thing, and the teacher's like, "Yeah, the white rhino was extinct in the early part of whatever," and it's like, "Yeah, bang on, good job predicting that, TNG." But yeah, so sad.
But the Ghostbusters 2 painting comes alive. The ghost of this guy. And it doesn't he look like he's almost wearing like a Discovery mirror outfit? The way it's kind of.
Yeah.
It's got this sort of vibe. I know it's not trying to be, but it has that sort of militaristic vibe. But yes, You're stealing my shit. So what's he gonna do? Of all the things he could do, what's he gonna do?
He's gonna make them part of the collection, he says.
Yes. As puppets. Very odd thing to do. And if
Before that happens.
Oh. There's more?
Snoopy McQueen, $5. Thank you so much, Snoopy. Good episode. Looks like Trek and smells like Trek and sounds like Trek. Wrong people in charge of other Trek. Well, there you go. Yes, sir.
Yes. Ira Graves, yes. Yes. Yeah, so he goes.
Yeah, I mean, he was gonna get his buddy, the other collector.
Yeah.
But Kayshon pushed him out of the way, doing his job.
Doing his job.
Oh, and there you see his rank pips. When he's rising up, he's actually a lieutenant. He's a full lieutenant, or a lieutenant junior grade. Sorry, because he's got the black pip.
Yeah, he's definitely a bit. I wouldn't put him as head of security, like for rank and experience, because he can't have been part of the operation that long. But that's just me. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Not a band account throws in $2. Thank you so much. We can travel back in time for a white rhino. Sure. Yes, well, only if we have a probe that comes and starts like impaling the earth with its massive horns.
Yes.
Trying to speak to the rhinos.
So you're saying it's the whale probe just with also a horn at the front?
It's the horny version of the whale probe. Anyway, yeah, so Kayshon screams in agony and floats up. Oh, what's he say? What's he say here? Where's his other metaphor? Zinda, his eyes red. He's saying it hurts. Yeah, man, I get it. Context clues. Yeah.
I mean, everyone's in the right there. Everyone's doing their job, apart from letting him get whatever. And just to note, in our special edition version of the scene, I even matched the colours as we transformed. Just saying.
It was great.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you haven't seen our edited review we did up earlier today, I would suggest go checking it out. There's some cool special effects in that. I really enjoyed that. So
Stuart had an idea and I put it together.
'Tis the way of things.
Yes. But also, there's 3 things. Now, do let me know right now, guys, or let us both know. Is that blue liquid life form puddle thingy on the left a thing? I don't recognise it. But a lot of the TOS reference, that's my favourite ones in this episode.
Yeah, I didn't recognize it either.
Tell us, guys. Because you guys know things as well.
You are the knower of things.
Yes.
And we are the presenter of things. Yeah, so then they get chased by the little ball things. And they get attacked by everything in the room. It's craziness.
And Kayshon almost dies, but they save him. It's good. It's all good stuff. It's a good tension escalation, which I like.
It was almost the next Wrath of Khan. That's Khan's necklace that was falling on Kayshon. Never mind. Matt Boardman's like, oh my god, I need to see this. You haven't seen the episode yet, Matt? Seriously? Why are you here? Maybe. Matt, let us know if you've seen the episode. I sure hope so.
Oh no, I think it means the CG effect.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Good. So yeah, they scoop up Kayshon. Cute little puppet too.
Yeah,
and they.
I'm sure they're gonna sell that because it's a genuinely
yeah.
good looking puppet. If they'll sell a damn plate, they'll sell a puppet.
Yep.
You know, Michael Mann is just a marketing genius for making cool stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you'd said to you 3 years ago, Stuart, do you want a Temerian puppet? You'd be like, what are you saying to me? What? I'll have a shirt with Darmok on.
Stuart with confusion on his face.
Stuart, mouth aghast. Stuart, wallet already paid.
Oh, I just noticed something when they jump out into the hallway and Mariner slides to a stop. There's a painting that Data did of Spot on the wall.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the paintings do mean something. Like a few of them do.
A few of them do, I think, but some of them I don't think do. But yeah, I didn't notice that one before.
Is that in one of the screen caps you have?
Legit.
Because I can't see it.
You should have it too. Go back a second. You had it there where she's sliding to a stop. And you see like this.
Oh, sorry. I thought I meant okay. In the hallway. Ah.
Yeah, in the hallway.
The Felis Catus.
Yeah.
No. Neat. Then you get the alternate plan. And in normal situation.
Well, her plan was to go through. Her plan was to go through all of the exhibits, which would have been great for us. But unfortunately, Jet's like, no, let's just get to the escape pods. It's a shorter route. It's more what our training says. And everybody kind of sides with Jet, which is kind of. But yeah, it would have been great to actually see more of the ship, honestly. So, kind of bummed that they didn't do it.
Although ship's probably a bit of an overstatement. That's kind of
station.
That's actually one of the. No, I think it's not even that. It's just like it's a warehouse with legs. They even say that in the episodes. It's like, it's only galleries. That's all it is. Nothing else here. Like I can't imagine it's warp.
Yeah.
Like it probably isn't warp capable. It probably like needs to book like a ferry ship that can move at places. I would think, anyway.
Maybe, yeah. Well, the one thing I wanted to see when Rutherford was scrolling through and just gallery after gallery, I would like to see the galleries labeled.
Yes.
Like certain time periods or something. That would be kind of neat.
Yeah.
To know what could have been in those, maybe. But
or like
no labels of any kind.
Or like you see the largest exhibits physically on the map because they're too big. You see like a TOS shuttle on a. That would have been kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I like the different plans. One is very Mariner, go to the engineering place and stop the entire situation, whereas Jet literally cuts her off and has the ultimate plan of just get to the escape pods. Now, which do you think is a better plan? Because I mean, they are very different plans. What do you think?
Honestly, due to safety reasons and the fact that these are all ensigns that are not really qualified to be doing this, I would say get to the escape pods. Then once you get back to your ship, you can beam over to the engineering room, maybe with a more heavily armed away team, and deactivate things. That'd be my guess. And even Jet's like, that's what Rutherford said. That's what our training would tell us. And Jet's like, yeah, we have our training for a reason. It's to keep us alive.
Yeah, I thought that was.
And he points it out to her later too. He's like, yeah, you might have a death wish, but don't put it on them.
Yep.
So.
I thought that was one of the best lines. What plan should we do? Well, the training says do the safe one that won't kill us. So that's what my job training says. No, for sure.
And even the other collectors, like, yeah, I'm with the hunk. I just vote we go to the escape pods. So even he didn't want to stick around to save the collectibles. Prime 1351, $5. The holographic painting with a puppet ray reminds me a bit of Trelane's reality altering machine hidden behind a mirror. Ooh, yes. Machine. I like.
But
yeah.
I'm in terms of plans. It's interesting because contextually you'd think solve the problem is better than escape. But yeah, they are ensigns and not qualified for this. That said, though, Mariner was already at least lieutenant half, if not full lieutenant. Whereas Jet, well, assuming he's been retconned as being never lieutenant in the first season, which I think is what they're implying, even though he was lieutenant, because I want to use him more. If she's got 5 to 10 years more experience than them, then her reaction would be the more serious version, because it is, I've got the experience, I want to go solve the problem. So I do see the
the interesting parallels. They're all animated, so you can't tell her ages. But if she's 10 years older, well, why wouldn't she solve the problem? Escaping just is sort of unstarfleet in a sense. Oh yeah, I'll leave the problem for someone else. So I found an interesting moment where you'd assume they'd always solve it, but in reality, just escape and live. It's a medical ensign, engineering ensign, and your main officer is currently a puppet. So best save him first, maybe. So yeah, I thought it was just interesting.
Yeah.
Small moment, but I think actually has a larger moment in it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And obviously, go with the hunk.
Hey, I like Jet, man.
Yeah.
You got a raw deal in this episode.
No, I think he held his own quite well. He still.
Well, except at the end, you got screwed. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. Yes.
Boimler, pull up a goddamn chair. There's chairs in there. Like,
Yeah.
nowhere to sit. Whatever. Anyway.
Yes.
But we're back on. Well, not on the Titan. We're on a shuttle, leaving the Titan.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just me, or is that the planet that they're heading down to right in front of them? It is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then why later does Riker say, "We've entered the system"? What is going on? It's like, seriously? I guess maybe drop the shuttle off, warp out, so you don't get detected. Maybe a gap in their scan system.
They just want to show the Titan. Although you would think a Starfleet shuttle coming in would also be seen. But it's only a 27-minute thing. But undercover mission.
True.
Really high-end officers to go, which I quite like. I mean, very much like Riker, Geordi, and whatever going. It fits the theme. But why is Boimler going? He's a nobody. I guess Riker.
Why does Wesley go on some missions? I don't know.
Well, Wesley barely goes, and he wasn't even an ensign. What do you mean? This is
True.
I mean, he has less reason to go, obviously, but
Why does Ro go?
because she has experience and she kicks people's bottom. But it's a fun little conversation. Basically say, we know that Captain Riker would want to come down because he's an action captain. And his last ship, the Enterprise, I mean, they were such wusses. They had recitals and they play. Very dismissive.
I didn't like this part.
I
didn't like his crew here.
That was my
I mean,
lead-in, you see.
I wouldn't want my crew talking like this about me behind my back. Yeah, sure. The whole, Captain Foley would like to come down, I bet. But the whole, remember when he was on that Trekyards show with that Commander Cockins guy? They did such blamous things. Played with puppets once. Anyway, you know what I mean? Like, they just seem like a bunch of assholes. I'm glad it gets rectified by the end of the episode, but
yeah, but as I'd said to you,
just the Enterprise.
and I appreciate everyone here is logical for their own characterization. People on the Defiant during the Dominion War would also be saying, "Are you kidding? Yeah, those pansies on the D got to have chill this, and this. Different ships, different crews, different mission profiles. Some people would want the action, some people wouldn't. I mean, and clearly by other context clues in the rest of the episode, Titan's been a ship of a frontline vessel since it got commissioned. I mean, we know the first mission was to go to Romulus and deal with a political crisis. That's a real sticky situation that you aren't going to send a pure science ship to. So, yeah. Oh no, Stuart. Why you go? Strike team, yes, also that too. Jazz artists. That's silly. And yes, project. I'm sure I did also mean that. Let's have a look. 5 day. Yes, 5 daycares. I mean, it's a family ship, and it was the last family ship they made that we know of.
Oh, hold on. I think it's coming back.
Hey.
There we go.
No, not quite. Ooh. Stuart, it's okay. Stuart, you can do it. I believe in you, Stuart. What do you guys think? Are you guys having fun? I'm having fun. you guys are doing well. Yeah. Do you think it's improving as a show? Is season 2 getting better all the time? My company runs daycares. Don't know what that means. I haven't seen the Nemesis in years. Doesn't get on TV. Yeah. He's gonna make better makos. Huh? Let's see. Badger's playing with Foley. Yeah. Badger! Yes. No, we don't know the speech of the green woman with the purple stripe on her face. But I like it. Yes, they were, Devereaux. While the main character is female and black, and the man is a loser. I mean, the two men in this scene do fine. And Boyman's still talented at what he does. There he goes. Yeah, everyone's doing their thing. Rutherford doesn't do too much. Actually, no, Tandy and Rutherford don't do much at all. But I guess it's probably having secondary characters. Oh god, yeah. You know what? You're right. You're right, Ozzy. Sorry. Sorry, go. Oh. Well, yeah, I was, darn it.
Hold on, let me plug in my webcam in. Look at that. I'm guessing his internet died.
Okay, need to use a different device for this. Doesn't know what the name is. Do it, this one. Alright, here we go. Oh, sorry guys! I'm sorry, my internet's a bit, Wait, hold on. Wait, A? No, hold on. How should I speak if I was Stuart? Or did you... Oh, what's a Canadian I'm trying to think what's a Canadian accent. That's a dumb thing to think. Wait, it's my one. Oh, no. I'm Puppet. Hey guys, I'll just do text. I'm a cat of Foley. I've been texting the whole time, and my true colors are finally being shown. Hello. I like the maple syrup, and I like maple syrup, and I like the hoagies, and I like the I like it all. I'm a big fan of Star Trek. Big fan of the ship. Oh my god, there's so many ships! Oh my god! You guys didn't tell me there's ships behind me. Why did you not tell me there's ships behind me? Can't you see them? There's like more than 10. I'm a puppet, so I can't count too much. Oh my god, we got a special guest. Hello. Hello.
I can't see you on Skype because
on Trekyards the other day we got a friend. He's a good looking.
Why do I sound like I'm fucking Southern and
he's a good looking guy. Oh god, it's a Skype.
Stop looking at my skirt, you pervert.
I don't think you're wearing a skirt.
You'd be surprised.
So yeah, I was just keeping the audience happy.
All right.
And I was saying that nobody told me, Stuart, that there's ships behind me. There's so many. They didn't bother telling me. My God. It was a travesty.
Again, guys, let me know in the chat, why do I sound like Colonel Sanders? Anyway, can we get back to the review? I got some things I got to talk about.
Okay.
Medallion said that all these shuttles are named after jazz musicians, which makes sense. I like that. And we got a super chat. Fleet Paw throws in $2. Nacelles on the shuttle look like the Titans. Yes.
An episode coming tomorrow.
About a shuttle that has Titan nacelles. Not a band account. $2.
Thank you.
Need to know what Captain Scott is doing now. Yes, bring back Scotty.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And Fleet Paw Swiftback $2. I'm Southern. That accent is not Southern.
You say that, but how many times English people say, yeah, that's not an English accent either, or that's not really well. So there's variety, you know. But I mean, yeah, you know, everything's accent to an accent.
Anyway, back now. Yay. Oh, another super chat. Andrew Set, $5. Thank you, Andrew. Little by little, they're bringing the animated series into canon.
Yes.
Was it ever canon or not? A big debate. Either way, I love what they are doing.
Oh.
Well, it was canon for a while. Then it wasn't, except for yesteryear. Like, that was canon. And then it was canon again. And then they came out with all the new Trek stuff. And yes, they're doubling down on it being canon. So, absolutely.
At least Mike is.
Yeah.
Briefly, one thing that stood out to me was after this conversation about the D. Yes, the D. They cut to this shot of, and it definitely is next to the planet because you see it in orbit. I mean, there's no hurry; it doesn't even leave in the shot. And this shot is such an extraneous shot; it's unnecessary based on the edit, but it's just they wanted to have another shot of the ship.
It's a beautiful shot of the ship.
The
detail on the hull is amazing. They got the navigation lights right on the Titan. Just saying.
Yeah. So I just, but I mean, once they have the 3D model, I mean, these take minutes in theory, even though the editing it doesn't work really well in the edit, but it's good to see. And then you get to the C plot, which was so minimalist, but really kind of works. And honestly, this is about lower decks, and so even to keep the top people in is unnecessary in the grand scheme. That's kind of what they were saying in some of the panels. I think their side plot works really well, actually.
Not a band account with $2, so thank you so much. If the animated series is now canon, bring back the Aqua Shuttle. Dun, dun, dun. And go check out our animated episodes. We had talked to one of the designers of the ships for the animated series. I forget his name now. But we did an interview with him, and he talked about a lot of them. We've done some, mission briefings on some of those designs. So check those out, guys. Cool, if weird, but cool things. But yeah, Sea Story. She got her evaluation, and she was accused of micromanaging her crew. So she's not even going to check in with them, because she trusts Kayshon. He's a good officer. So, and I love when she's like, "I don't micromanage my crew." Everyone on the bridge is like,
yeah, no, yeah, it's a good little moment of like, yeah, no, it's yeah, you do, yeah, you do, yeah, you do,
yeah.
But
Let's not
fine.
check on them at all. That's just the opposite end of the spectrum. Seriously.
And I did find it a little bit odd. She said that Kayshon, whatever the guy's name was, is very qualified for this. He hasn't been in Starfleet as long as most, like, you know what I mean? Their race hasn't even been... If he can't even fully speak English, that means he probably got fast tracked through the academy because they want to have the lookies in Starfleet. Because I don't think it'd have been 4 years of the academy and the 5 to 6 years to get a lieutenant, or like, you know what I mean? I mean, okay, not everyone speaks English the whole time, but can you imagine being sorry I can't speak English after 10 years of trying to be in Starfleet? So
I also don't know his service record. He could have served on the Enterprise before this. He could have been amazing in the Temerian military and then transferred over to Starfleet and kind of had like
a rank. That's interesting.
An equal rank, yeah, with like a crash course in Starfleet stuff.
So rather than having him go through the academy, yeah. Sorry, what?
So that would make more sense if that was the case. Kind of a rank of equivalency being transferred over.
Because they said in the episode that the Temerian ship could equally match Enterprise D, which is an extremely high bar at the time. So if they're just as powerful, you could have said just as advanced. So that's great. And I mean, is it more useful to have the first Temerian in the academy with students for 4 years and then a ship, or assign them to a ship to kind of learn the ropes in action? I don't know, but I really like that.
Somebody said they called it Federation Standard, and let's see exactly what they said here. I don't think they said Federation Standard. Oh, they did. Yeah. Apologies. My Federation standard is still shaky earlier. Yeah. Which is great.
I've used it before. It's a standard phrasing.
Yeah.
But yes, Chase, pretty self-explanatory.
I just love that cut though. Kayshon is a qualified officer, and then you see the puppet.
Yeah, no, it's
like,
great. Then you get the trash compactor, which only pulls in metal, I guess.
Yeah, well,
it's a bit unclear because it doesn't actually pull any of them except Rutherford because of his eye, but it doesn't pull Kalus's helmet.
It says an inorganic matter transport, inorganic matter compactor.
There you go. Although that's really hard to hear, but for some reason doesn't pull Kalus's helmet. Oh, we don't know he's got it yet, but.
And where's he hiding it? Seriously.
Well, I think that's literally why he had the jacket, so he could steal stuff. Like, that's actually quite a good little plot device. But plot hole there. Maybe his jacket is EM guarded for magnet, but why would he think that would be a thing? I don't know. But cut to the skeletons of the universe, and I think most of them are just meant to be like old Earth or old Aiden. Well, there is a Gorn skeleton, very underseen, but there is one. And now is a thing that you can talk about. The thing that when I watched it, I just saw it as, oh, I guess there's an alternate universe TOS giant. That's a extremely strange reference, but sure, why not?
Yeah.
I've seen weirder.
It's Spock 2 from the Infinite Vulcan. He's got the commander's rank stripes on and everything. But yeah, he. I gotta watch the episode. I haven't watched it in a while, but he's basically left on this planet. He mind melds with the real Spock, and basically, I don't remember the exact plot. Anyway, he does mind meld with the real Spock, and he basically is Spock 2. They leave him on the planet to do whatever he's got to do, something like calculation wise. Anyway, fill us in. I don't remember the exact plot of the Infinite Vulcan. It's been so long since I've seen it. I just remember Giant Spock was a cool thing.
But it's extremely morbid.
And mind melding with Spock with his two little fingers on Spock's head was kind of hilarious. We'll have screen caps for when we actually talk about this on Monday, when we kind of go into detail of everything that was in the collector's ship. So,
but it's definitely very morbid.
Yeah. I don't know if he died and then the collector got him, or if the collector got him while he was alive.
Well, hundreds of years old. I mean, 100-something years old, so.
Yeah, but he's also a Vulcan.
Giant Vulcan. Different lifespan.
Sure.
Anyway, so yeah, it's revealed the guy stole Kay's helmet. I like how Tindy says, "You stole his sex helmet!" Nice, bring it down to the human level. And I love the guy just puts it on. It's great.
Because it's from an Orion's.
Oh, yeah.
That was hilarious.
Because he's very judgy. He goes against the Orion, like, oh, you're going to steal something. Or you stole it. I mean, it makes sense. They are literally thieves of the Raiders. But to us, she's a hero. So I actually quite like the interrelationship or making sense banter. What was it?
Hold on here. As well? Want reference photos? I'll send you something real quick.
Yeah, I know. There's Zyrotar again. Horrible. And I do think we're going to see Citation Ops. I think absolutely that'll be one of those things they show.
They'd better, yes.
Yeah. I have no doubt. But I definitely wish, and I said this in our other review, that the sequence would have benefited rather than having... I mean, they're generic for a reason, generic drones that chase after them. Although it's kind of strange they don't chase after them in this section. I don't know why the police of one zone wouldn't be both, but whatever. It would have been nice if they'd actually had the automated defenses be part of the display. So, oh, he hasn't really got a Salt Monster. He's got a robot with a Salt Monster skin on it as a way of doing it. Or they create holographical guards with blasters. So you get to have, like, here's an Andorian, here's a Turite, here's a Prothean. That's Mass Effect. So by having it be these purple flying drones, like, it's simple and effective, but also dull. And I think, especially at this point onwards, all the reference stuff goes out the window, and it hasn't really meant anything to the plot. It's just been there. But if it had been, the guy says, "I've always been a fan of the Tholians," and then 15 Tholian holograms, appear, and they're just holograms, and they say, "Yeah, but the safeties are off. Those Tholian weapons will kill." Like, it's a bit more involved while
Yeah.
still being grounded. Small thing, but that's why if it had been a full episode, they could have developed the theme a bit more. And in fact, why wouldn't you create a hologram who can actually think and take them out? Because you can make a hologram as a tactician, like sending drones that you can just shoot or whatever, or
Yeah. Check your messenger. I
Yeah.
got 2 reference pictures there to show people what the fuck we're talking about. Going back to what the hell yours. I had a thought for a second there.
holograms, other security.
Yeah. The flying Roomba things were like, I love that they look like a Roomba, and she's like, this vacuum off me. I didn't think it was actually a vacuum, but you could see kind of cleaning the skeletons. And then like, what are they going to do? Suck us to death? They're going to suck us to death. I thought that was hilarious.
I mean, yeah, it'll be annoying, and they might not necessarily kill you, but actually, yeah, if they can take the skin off, actually, surprisingly effective as a thing.
Yeah. Olivia Julius, $5.
Thank you.
Samuel is the best Trekyards host. Please don't puppet me. There you go. And look, I also got a little pug for Olivia to see.
And yes, there is what's the perspective here? That looks like giant Spock mind melding little Spock, but the hands were too big.
It is. Yeah. It is giant Spock mind melding with the regular Spock.
So the giant Spock's the real one?
No.
Okay. Oh god, I hard cut from a picture of them to his skeleton face head without realizing. God, that's morbid.
Mark Lawrence, $5. The Pon Farr killed him. No one to fight or mate with.
Oh,
maybe.
That's sad.
That's sad.
Oh.
Yeah. Infinite Vulcan.
Yes.
Did you show the picture of him standing in front of everybody else, or just the mind melt one?
Just the mind. I did have the other one in the episode we did, but.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, my premiere is being very, very slow. So.
Oh, sorry.
That's not my fault.
Yeah, so we actually get to see Spock's like cannon skull, imperfections and all.
And yeah. But the thing is, 90% of fans wouldn't get it, or 70% of fans.
I wouldn't say 90. That's way too.
Let's say 65.
I'd say 60, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, but I mean, I think they'd all get TOS. They just wouldn't get. I mean, because things you don't have ears on skeletons because they're cartilage, but they really could have with having, ears. There you go.
Well, they should have had like some decayed flesh and still had the ears.
Yes. Oh, can you imagine if he was preserved and it's just Leonard Nimoy's face, like photo real, and you're like, oh my god, Nimoy's face. He guest starred Picard and this. But then you get a rather good scene where the 2 leaders go at it. Although I found it odd that Mariner... Okay, read what Mariner says to Jet about what he's doing. If you
All right. Yeah. She's climbing up and she says, remind me again how this was the safer option. There's unknowns to any plan. If we'd gone your way, we would have had to fight twice as many collectibles and free climb a radiation coolant pipe. And she says, I'm not afraid of a little risk. And just like, what about them? Maybe you've got a death wish, but you don't have to ask them to follow you there. And she gets all uppity and says, don't act like you're watching out for them. You're just using them to prop yourself up. And then he's like, what are you talking about? You want everyone to see you as the big, brave hero who only cares about the team. But and she's like, stupid vacuum. Get out of here. So yeah, that's the whole thing.
So I found that really interesting because everything she said, I just associate with Mariner, what she's doing. I feel like she's projecting everything because it doesn't just sound like what she's doing. Like using people to prop up her security and being all powerful. He's just being classic officer. She's doing that. So I thought that was interesting. The mirror up to yourself.
Yep. A lot of times that's what it takes too when you're like talking to somebody and you're like.
Because his reaction is like, "What the hell are you on about? I'm just doing my job. You're crazy."
Yeah.
She fracks it, and the Hoovers go bad.
Yeah, she triggers a network response. Olivia Julius, $5. Watch out, Fleet Paw. He'll try to collect you. Yes, I said this last night because good moderators are rare
Well,
and it's collectible, and we only have 2 good moderators,
oh,
Matt and Fleet Paw.
over the best 3 presidents.
Yes.
Speaking of literally presidents, Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
I don't know if these were actually alive people enough in the episode to have skeletons, so I don't necessarily understand the reference beyond because they weren't real people who I think disappeared at the end of the episode. Because Lincoln didn't live on that planet as a fake Lincoln for 100 years. I don't think Kalis lived on that planet, you know?
Maybe they did. You don't know.
Hey, here we go. So I don't really understand. I mean, it's fun to see this guy, and obviously it links in the story a little bit, but it's just a bit weird. But anyway, back to Packlids. They've taken over mine, and I do quite like the hard edit of, this mine is ours now, and they destroy it. It's like, okay, idiots. That's good.
Yeah. The whole your Starfleet, your hands are so soft. That's great.
It is funny, although when you look at who the miners are, they're all the same race as well.
Yeah.
So that's another giveaway. You're on a random planet without... But that's fine. I thought it's funny. And Packers went
They got to take out the one guard, and it turns out it's just snacks, just cheese balls and like beef jerky.
It's dumb, but it's a good dumb, and it's nice because it counteracts with Bournemouth's like, I don't want to do this. Those guys are acting so serious when they could have just walked, and the snacks is absurd, and then just the pack. It's appropriate dumb. Although I'm surprised they would go into the dead. You know, why go into a mountain? More dangerous to be locked into a mountain than to be.
Sorry. I went to the next scene and saw another reference that I gotta talk about.
Oh. Okay.
In the case on the right-hand side, you see the skeleton that looks like
wow.
Is that the one from Darmok? Is that the thing that's attacking them on the planet?
Oh.
It might not be. Its nose might be too long,
Yeah.
but it's got the same kind of head ridge.
Oh yeah, it hasn't. I mean, but you could kind of retcon that as no. He was a rhino, wasn't he? He had a... Oh, close.
Well,
I think it's
Olivia
Big...
Julius.
I think it's Big Bird from Sesame Street.
It looks like it actually. Olivia Julius, $5.
Thank you.
There better be Olivia in there, or I'll puggy you. You'll live your life watching other people pee. What? So confused. Anyway, yeah, pile of bones. It's the whole argument about, your plan was so textbook and it's not working and whatever. Well, should we not be in charge? Like, you like to I like to think things out. You like to act on impulse.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if that comes off as textbook to you. And then he makes fun of Ransom.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, that's not a good look for you. But we also find out that Stevens keeps a log about his mustache, because they mentioned that as well. And so who's going to be in charge? Maybe it shouldn't be us. And they kind of look at Rutherford and Tendi and it's like, oh, what's your idea?
Mm-hmm.
And Tendi's like, hey, Excalibur bones, when they get heated up or when there's friction, they become acidic. We can cut our way through the wall. It's like, great idea. Now we know something more about Excalibans. So, I don't know. I thought it was all right. That's what Starfleet does, though. Everybody shares their ideas and comes up with the plan. So this is a woefully underprepared away mission team, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I like the idea of, because they're all ensigns. At the end of the day, none of them should be in charge in the abstract if there's meant to be a superior officer there. And Mariner's smart, but arguably Tendi and Thingy are smarter in their own fields. So let's see what leading is fine. You need leaders, but you also need the people to solve the problems. And so the other guys solve it pretty quickly. And embarrassingly, really, it's like, just the service corridor.
Yeah, and Mariner's like, why didn't you guys say something before? Because you guys were in charge. And they're like,
Yeah, I like their orcs.
Yeah.
That was actually quite nice.
Olivia Julius has joined the channel at the rank of Federation President. Thank you, Federation President. I think she dropped her
Oh.
presidency for a bit because she was changing
Ah,
jobs or whatever. So
welcome
but-
back. I always give you credit because it doesn't tell us when anyone stops. So you've been getting credit from me either way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Olivia
oh,
Julius
yeah.
said $5.
Sure. All hail President Julius! All hail President Julius! All hail President Julius! I like how we've got arms around each other. Don't even mean so, but. Now you're holding hands. There we go. No.
Anyway,
No.
Olivia Julius, $5.
No.
Bow to me, mere mortals.
We did.
It's not how you spell mere, but that's okay. I'll allow it. Because you're the president. Hire me as your spell check secretary, and then we can talk.
It is. So yeah, they use the
Anyway.
alien to burn a hole through. Neat.
But we're back getting shot at in the Packwood mine.
And Riker's in the system again.
We've entered the system. What the hell happened down there?
You were in system
Where
5.
did you go? Did you go on vacation? Like, oh well.
Yep.
Anyway, they request emergency beam out. They can't do it because of a distortion field. And
I'll be honest, I instantly thought of Transporter Clone for whatever reason. Just the way it was
Really?
framed. Yeah, I mean, obviously you think of a lot of things it could be when you're going through your mind, but it did cross my mind for that split second.
it could have been a subliminal thing because they do say, oh maybe it's not. They talk about the Veruvian explosion. Which one is that? I wonder if that's referencing like Mount Vesuvius.
Maybe. I don't know, something about the way the build, like the set was. I don't know. I was weird.
Maybe.
But obviously, I mean, you could tell it's a good setup to actually reference it directly in the episode. That helps because it reminds the audience, but we haven't quite got there yet. But yes, Stuart must use the saw to saw the door. Not use the saw, just stab the saw into the door.
We need to hit the door with the saw. I laughed so hard at that. I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell?
I mean, it'll work.
But it's Packlids, right? And the leader is holding a Klingon disruptor.
Mhm.
It's worth pointing out.
Yeah. That's their weapon of choice. Makes sense.
But yeah, they're like resigning to their fate, and I'd rather not die with anybody else. You guys are awesome, you know, to boldly go and all that. And Boimler, come on in here. And I love this. I swear to God, this is a stab at new Star Trek, JJ and otherwise. I'm sorry, I gotta be honest. I didn't join Starfleet to get in phaser fights. I signed up to explore, to be out in space, making new discoveries and peaceful diplomatic solutions. That's boldly going. And you know what? I'd love to be in a string quartet. And everybody's like, oh, well, yeah, I joined because I like Moss. I joined because I like to be beamed. Oh my God.
I mean,
thought it was fun.
the beam thing made me laugh out loud because it is such a smallest, simplest thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Could be really great. We don't know.
It could be. And it's nice because it does develop them because they just got... I mean, they're all high ranking. They've been doing this for a long time. They've been on Riker ship for a long time. Just like, and the Dominion War was not that long ago. They've been doing this non-stop for a long time. Remembering they came from 30 years ago, possibly 20, 30 years. It's like, actually, you know what? Yeah. This might be our mission today, but yeah, we're here for the Moss.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
And Boimler even says, you know, Riker jazzing out on his trombone and catching love diseases and acting in plays, meeting his identical transporter clone.
It's a good setup. It's a good
That
setup.
stuff may not seem cool. As soon as he said that, I was like,
Yep.
That stuff may not seem cool to you guys, but it's Starfleet all the way. Yeah.
Yeah, and as you said earlier, this does feel, and all of the scenes in this next, like, in this segment, feel like, not necessarily disses at Discovery and Picard, but telling the fans, no, we know what Star Trek is really about. We're going to tell you live on screen, because it's not been happening for the last for 12 years now. Just looked at the year. Oh dear, 12 years. That ain't so good, is it? But we know what it is, and here we are. And in a very positive way as well.
Yeah, and Riker's crew's like, wait, Riker has a transporter clone? He's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a terrorist in prison.
Thomas Riker.
It's like, what?
He was created from a distortion field that was actually a lot like, we don't have to die.
At that point, you know he's gonna get cloned. Like, you know something's gonna happen. Like, it's pretty blatant.
Yeah.
Even though not the way they make you forget about it quite quickly, which I like. But it's like, oh, okay, that's gonna be the thing. And I really like the fact the graphic, the beaming graphic, is just the same vibe as the one from the episode. I recognize it. I don't know why I recognize it, but it's like the same graphic.
Well, I love later when they're beaming them up and they're like, establish another confinement beam. It's like, that's exactly what they did. Great Thomas Riker.
Yes.
So, anyway, back. We burn a hole into the exhibit and get out of the exhibit.
Yep. And then they escape pod out. And I love the awkward cut to view screen. It's like, hello.
Oh,
It's a bit cramped.
Kayshon, when he became a puppet. What the hell's going on? Where's Kayshon? Kayshon, when he became a puppet. Yeah,
That's
great.
great. Yep. Enough said. Works. And then Boimler does a thing.
Arguably, yes.
But showing his quality. These seasoned officers and a fresh lieutenant junior grade who was only at the academy last year in season 1 is able to successfully work out an anomaly to get them beaming through it via technology he's never seen before in a mine and the ship. See, he's a talented officer because none of them could do this.
All he did was say initiating drill and reversing the polarity.
But
So
he
he
worked
reversed
it
the
out.
polarity of something.
He worked it out though. They didn't work it out. I'm just saying, like he did solve the situation by himself without anyone's help. Just saying, he's not a dumb guy, you know.
And then we see the Titan's transporter room.
Yes.
They lock onto him and get them out of there. At least 3 of them. Of course, the old trope of we don't get everybody out, because why would we?
And then a axe destroys the panel.
Yes.
Boom! Fade to white. Dum dum dum.
Then an axe. And Boimler.
Yes.
And the screaming and the transporting. And
Which I'm glad wasn't an overdone joke. It was the initial scream only because, oh my god, what's happening?
Yeah.
It wasn't,
Yeah.
he didn't always scream bar beamed. Phew.
And and a lot of people were like, "This screaming is what's affecting the transporter." It's like, no, it's not. Anyway, but we're losing them. That's not an option. Rerouting power, initiating second containment beam, and zoom, there he is. Perfect.
Did it. Well done. No more the episode. We did it.
Olivia Julius, $10. Thank you so
thank
much,
you.
Olivia. All hail her most imperial majesty, mother
Yes.
of the fatherland, overlord of Vulcan, dominus of Kronos, Regina Andor, Olivia May Julius, Augustus, ruler of Puggy, land Iponius Centaurus. That's goddamn.
Yes.
Come back. There
Yeah.
we go. Well done, Mr. Boimler. And then
Yeah.
they want to send him to sick bay, and then Riker's like, Riker to bridge, give me warp in the factor of 5, 6, 7. Boop. Shuttlecraft coming up from the planet. It's ours.
And before we continue, they were under attack by Packlids. Why isn't there a Packlid ship in orbit? There was a Packlid ship in orbit. There's no risk, there's no threat feeling here. You'd think Riker would say, leave orbit now. I guess he was, but like, there's no sense of concern. Even with this, like, no one's chasing the ship, no one's, you know?
That's why a lot of people have speculated that this is probably some kind of setup, some kind of infiltration, a trick, a ruse, if you will.
Because he beams up Terminator style. Far more action-packed.
Well, before that, though... Oh, okay, that makes sense. Never mind. I read the subtitles.
What did it say?
Well, I thought there was a shuttle pilot that didn't sound like Boimler that said shuttle pilot in distress, requesting transport. Could be a Packlid trap. Energize.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the con officer on the bridge that said it, apparently. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense. 'Cause, like, who the hell was... What? Somebody was on the shuttle with him.
No.
Fleet Paw. $2. Thank you so much. Death to the Emperor. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
My goodness.
SWTX Chaser, $5 for the Boimler twins.
Yes.
Thank you. Hey, we got Foley twins. Hey, hold up your Foley.
Well, no, I'm triplets then.
What?
Are you triplets then?
Well, yeah, but puppets, though. Puppet
Oh.
twins.
I'll tell you what. Let's do this bit just with the 2 Foleys. So the two Foleys can now be the ones that are doing the episode for this bit. Because, there's two Boimlers. Alright, so I'm here to talk about the two Boimlers.
Okay, I really don't talk like that. But
look at
just talk normally.
Look at your moustache, though. I gotta do some sort of accent, otherwise it's not as funny.
Yeah, my mustache makes me look like I'm some kind of like Civil War guy.
Hello! I'll do this then.
That's
Which one?
better. I prefer that. I prefer that to Colonel Sanders.
Alright, so, two Boimlers. Oh
Two
my
Foleys.
god. Welcome to the Captain Foley show. Hi, I'm Captain Foley.
Right?
Who are you?
Anyway,
Who are you?
so I'm the transporter
No,
clone.
who are you?
What? You're the clone?
What?
Ah,
Hey, Captain Foley.
Olivia Julius, $5.
Hey.
Death to the treasonous fleet paw.
Oh.
I'm putting
Okay.
mine down. Let's just.
I'll take the phaser.
let's just
Phaser.
finish this.
Ptoo, ptoo, ptoo. Ptoo, ptoo, ptoo. I'm hip firing. Literally. Ptoo. I hope you're all having... This would be funner if we're drunk, by the way. Can you imagine the drunk yards of us being puppets the entire episode?
I don't prefer the high-pitched one either. The high-pitched one got really annoying really quick.
So I've got to find an accent for Puppet You so I can play Puppet You. I can't do Canadian, you just sound English, give or take. So anyway, double Boimler. But it can't be my accent, that's not fun.
I love how it's like the distortion field must have. Record was like, wait, I've heard this tune before.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for the Boimlers.
I love the simple realization of, oh no, you're my transporter twin. Oh man! It's so matter of fact.
Yeah.
But, are they really? Probably not. We'll talk about it in a minute. But Riker's so chill, so happy, as if this does happen sometimes, because everyone is super chill with this. They created another living sentient being via the transporter, and everyone's chill.
Yep.
Ain't no big deal.
He's like, I've been there, done that, and I got somebody I can talk to about it.
I mean, he became a terrorist, but this will go great. The case study we have is not a good one. But double Boimler looking good in uniform. We get a bit of Riker. I did joke in my
With the leg up.
that couch must be like leg proof or just have boot marks all over it, like a dedicated boot print place.
He should have had like a stool beside the couch that was specifically for his foot. That would have been
Yes.
hilarious.
His
That would have been hilarious.
footstool.
Yes, but a single foot though, wide, like specifically for his foot.
Yeah.
Would have been hilarious. This whole thing, yeah, it's never easy meeting your exact double. Trust me, I know.
His lines here are great.
Yeah, I wish I could keep you both, but unfortunately, Starfleet feels our missions are too complex to have the added complication of two identical crew members. So I'm afraid one of you will have to return the Cerritos as an ensign.
Which, let's be honest, that's fair.
Is it though? They both earn the rank. If they're the same person, they both earn that rank. That's not fair at all.
Yeah, but you have conflicting interests. The fact that interests are the same. It's just too complicated. Because then, who do you give more rights to? Who do you give the day shift? Who do you know? It's too much.
That's why you separate them. But you shouldn't demote somebody just because they're going back to another ship.
No, that's the whole thing. Yeah, unless you can't be on the Cerritos. Maybe the Cerritos only is allowed to have like 3 lieutenants, and everyone has to be an ensign because it's such a low-ranking ship. Which honestly could be a part of like, you know, because if people outrank people on the Cerritos, they won't do their jobs. Maybe everyone has to be a low rank. But yeah, the ensign doesn't make any sense. Because in theory, they both did the exact same actions. So either you promote them both or you demote them both. You know.
Disagree. They're supposed to be the same.
Actually, you know what it should have been? It should have been, you're both promoted to ensign. Our Boimler walks out and he says, "And you're now promoted to lieutenant for your heroic work on the planet." And it's like, what? That'd be kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. Zeraxis, $5. Thank you
you.
so much. That's the secret. There is no Canadian accent, only an accent. Yeah, that sounded better in my head. I mean, obviously, because it's Bad joke, man. Bad joke. This whole, so who's going to do what? And I love to look at each other and nod, and one steps forward. It's like, whoa, I thought we were both going to step up. What was that nod thing? I just thought it was a twin thing. Thanks, man. That was really big of you.
Yeah.
Who's who? What's going on? Anyway. I guess the clone is the one staying on the Titan. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, they did not make it clear which one's which. But I'm guessing the one that stole the shuttle is the one that's staying. He had to be actiony, because one just got beamed out, one had to fight their way out. I think that's because the only difference in their life experience. So one had to physically get to a shuttle, pilot it, probably shoot some whatevers. It's the only difference. But yeah. And then, but Riker's still pleasant to the other Boimler. Like, there's no sense of love loss. It's like, yes, you did good, son. Proud to you go. Stop looking at my Pegasus model.
Well, I love how he's like, yeah, I wish I was on a ship that's exploring and solving science mysteries instead of nonstop fighting. Like the D? Exactly. Damn, I do miss that ship. Enjoy it while you have it, Bradward.
That's sweet. It's nicely said, actually.
Yeah. And as for the ready room, yes, that's model of an Oberth. That is the Pegasus. You can see the registry number on the side. We've zoomed in on it. And he's also got the hat, his Civil War hat from Thaddeus Riker.
Amazing.
Nice little touches in the ready room. And vinyl records on the walls behind his desk. I like that. That's cool. That's cool.
But it's a nice little moment until he walks out and the other Boimler. Yeah, we super pally with him. And he's letting him get drunk in his ready room on duty after he sent the other. Like, it's a really, like, it closes out, I think, less good. But, I mean, they took it to the extreme. Unless we're going to go like he's the, surrogate father figure. And they'll sort of play with that aspect.
Yeah. But he never liked the name Brad, so he wants to settle for William.
No, see, that's not what he says. Because I don't like the name Brad now. So, like, because of my life experience, how it's changed. Which is weird, because there's not enough change in his life for that. But he doesn't say...
Says, hey, Cap, the name Brad just feels kind of meh to me now.
Yeah, now.
What do you think of William Boimler?
Doesn't make any sense. It's weird.
And Riker offers him ramen and ale and says, "Computer, play Nightbird." Oh,
it's weird. But then we get Titan Shuttle Bay, awesome, and so much uniform love with these uniforms. I like the way of saying, "Hey, Enterprise."
Yeah.
Nice, makes sense, love it. It's quite a sweet goodbye. Boimler leaves, and then one of the funniest, like, meta moments of, I'm going to miss that guy. Me too. Well, actually not really. Why is that? Because we've got his clone. Like, he's still here. Yeah. Oh, yeah! That's great.
In a second.
That's great. Like, I'm going to deal with him later. It's great.
I get the puppet in sickbay.
Aww.
With the sign, "I am a doll. Do not play with me."
And that has to have a Delta on it for some reason. Oh, well.
And, of course, the counselor comes in. "Oh, look at this little guy. I can use it for puppet therapy."
Nope. Jesus Christ.
Read the sign. But even her, what does she say at the beginning here? It isn't my first guy got turned into a doll. He'll be back to normal in an hour. It's like, what? Oh, man.
Insanity. But it's good, though. They're all good little scenes. Good little scenes. And then cut to... Vulcan's back. Vulcan dude. And then we get the corn joke, because Jet was a lieutenant in the previous season.
Yep.
And I honestly think it's a reference to one of them seeing the Trekyards episode where we explicitly said, where we showed that they got the Straxes, who was the previous security officer's rank pip wrong in 3 episodes, and between one scene and one episode, actually 2 scenes, where he went up and down a rank in between moments.
Yeah.
And it's just purely animation error. But I think this is it's a joke out of nowhere. It's super non-contextual. I think it's just a play for, hey, sometimes we might get that wrong. Here's our out. I think they probably saw a Trekyards episode, because I've seen no one else talk about it.
I like to think that too, yeah.
It's so specific, But no, he's an ensign again, or never was. Apparently
O'Brien really liked corn, maybe? I don't know. He is Irish, so
Oh my god, yes, he eats corn on every sitting, so his rank, that's great. No, that's good.
General Grievous. Oh, General Grievous.
Welcome back.
$2. Grievous, his army with fists closed. Hi, guys. Hi, General Grievous. Right now, you're the last super. Oh, no, you're not. Fleet Prospect puts in $5. I wouldn't have minded Tiana going and eat the bird shrink here. It would have been appropriate for messing around with her patient. I like that. That's funny. Ha 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 ha. Ha. Yeah. And yeah, you can tell that the pip is corn-shaped as opposed to circular, which is kind of funny.
But you can't tell until second watch because it's the same shading and everything. But it's a good little chat. Works well. You know, they basically say we make a good team. Everything's gonna go. Oh my God, Brad! And she literally slaps his face, and the sound effect is quite it. And he takes that very well considering, because, I mean, we know she's a rude lady, but boy, oh, you foreshadowed or what?
Yeah. But Brad's like, I got a transporter clone. It's like, pay up. How'd you know that? It sounds like a Boimler thing to do.
That made me laugh too. Like, that's just like, oh, come on!
Yeah.
But no.
She's like, oh, well. She's like, you think you can just go away to the big time and then come back like nothing ever happened? Well, you
can.
And he's like, there's nowhere to sit down. And Jet's like, oh, man, you guys need to catch up. And it's, pull up a chair. There's chairs behind you. They're not bolted to the floor, I'm sure.
And you know
maybe
how
they are, because when the ship, like...
And there's also space in the booth if the two of them squidge up. Let's be honest, there's plenty of room for five there. I mean, you know, Boynham's a stick figure. So it's really not nice as an ending, actually. But it tells you also that he will be in more episodes because you've given him quite a distinct mini arc. That he's going to have this, like, well, I want to... You know, he's become, like, the Gunter of the Friends.
Yeah.
He'll be in more episodes in the second one, which I think they've done a good job. Because he was a one-off in last season as a, hey! And now he's like, oh, part of the team, potentially.
I can see him getting hit by some kind of beam or something, because he's got a little bit of resentment for Boimler. He actually like goes to try to kill Boimler or something.
Yeah.
I can see something like that being
Space
a thing.
madness. Yeah. Because it's just so rude the way they freeze him out instantly. And they're not meaning to, but it plays exactly as they don't mean it to, which is sad.
Yeah.
But Brad's happy to be back. He has this... Well, read the speech verbatim, Stuart, because, boy, is it a speech that definitely is a pointed comment to a discovery.
So, was the Titan as awesome as everybody says? And Brad's like, It was a bunch of complex characters thrown into heavily serialized battles, which always ended in mind-blowing twists, and made me question the basic tenets of my reality. But who cares about that? Tell me more about the puppet ray. That's the kind of stuff I live for. That was such a slap in the face to New Trek. I'm sorry. It wasn't even disguised well if they were trying to do that. That's 2 knocks from Boimler in this episode on anything since 2009.
Yep.
And I love it.
Yes. But it feels appropriate. Like, it's not... I mean, it's very fourth wall breaking, but also it feels very appropriate. And then shots, has a little dance, gets thrown off. It's a very them thing, because, they're right back into the rhythm.
Shots don't replicate themselves, and right, you're getting shots from now on.
Which is then doubly funny, because it's synthahol. So the way they're playing it is, let's get drunk, but they're not going to get drunk. So they just want the taste. But it works. And it's great to see him still in uniform, because he'll be out of it soon, so great to see him on the... Yeah, the fact he didn't just swap. It's like a Cisco, you know, you do keep your old uniform until you kind of have that, I guess, day cycle in. But yeah.
And Kayshon, are you tired? Because you've been our knock at the race of Natara through my mind all night. Shaka and the walls fell. And there's Jet in the background hanging out with some other people, so he's got some other friends.
I mean, what a ballsy guy to hit on random lady. What a way. But I think they definitely just wanted to end the episode with the famous quote.
Yep.
But it works. And he doesn't... Yeah, it actually works surprisingly well. And the thing warps out, and we once again get no next time on, to the chagrin of Trekyards. That's my thumbnail. Oops.
Yeah, not super pleased about that.
Because I really enjoyed the hype of seeing something else at the end of it. Just being left with that black, I'm like, okay, Like, it's weird. I like to have last minute of hype, you know?
This Jericho says, but there are no complex twists in New Trek.
No.
Well, they try to be complex. They try to be...
He was a Klingon,
something.
Stuart. Yeah, we guessed. We guessed, like...
Oh, yeah. We did guess that.
Right away.
Yeah.
You know how the other Klingon left this season? Yeah? And then his guy appeared the next episode? Yeah? Weird, that.
How are they going to explain that?
Poorly. First real laugh I got out of you all today's chat. The second real laugh I got out of you all today's chat. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it for the episode,
Wow.
guys.
We did it.
So now we got to do some scoring. Oh, sorry.
Wrap up.
Vero Varen Victus puts in $2.
Thank you.
Impressed how quick Kayshon got annoying. Rest in peace,
Oh.
Shax. Kayshon's not annoying. I like Kayshon.
I think it's surprising how quickly he got, like, part of the crew.
Yeah.
I would give the opposite. But yes, time to do our final summaries, and if we can get 17 more likes, which should be doable, and only $12, that's all I'm going to say. I'd love 30, but I'm going to say 12, and we'll be having a great old time. Awesome, awesome. So Stuart,
Yes.
final thoughts. And do you think any different after this review? She did point out a few slight problems, although actually we didn't talk about Boimler. And you know what? That's okay. We'll do a separate video about Boimler, and I will give you my conspiracy theory then, but I'm not quite convinced, because we should actually end up, because we both got stuff to do. But there'll be an episode on Boimler. You know it's already in the show brief, because I have a folder of it. But yes, Stuart, last closing thoughts, and like I said, do you think any different now?
Nope. I think it's great. There is some questions that have been arose, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how they play out. And I'm glad that we got Boimlers on both ships now, because that's one of the things we're kind of worried about. Like, no more Titan, but it's definitely going to be part of the ongoing story, and I like that because there's a lot of potential there. So super excited about it. All the references in this one were fantastic, even cutting deep into the animated series and just canonizing some stuff. I think that was awesome. People are like, oh, it's not canonizing because this is this animated show, so it's canonizing it. Sorry, guys. So a lot of great references. Can't wait to do the video on all of that. And just meeting the Titan crew, seeing more of the Titan was fantastic. Big part of this episode for me. I just simply loved it. Kayshon, the Temerian officer, was an interesting addition and handled very well, much better than I anticipated for that. So got to give him kudos for that. And just everything was kind of spot on with this one. There's a few mistakes, like we've entered the system and stuff like that, but I mean, easily enough to explain away if you really want to. So, all right. So for season 2, it's the best one so far. So I'm gonna give this a good. My initial thoughts 8.5 out of 10, but I want to give it a 9. I'm gonna bump it to 9. Okay. Oh, can't hear you.
So that's for this season. Lower Decks,
Yeah.
then? How does it compare to last season?
I got to rewatch last season. I'm gonna give it a good. Actually, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10 for all
So,
Lower Decks so far.
one of the best episodes you've seen.
I think so. Yeah, with the addition of Riker and the Titan and possible arcs to future storylines. Yeah, absolutely. Plus, we got to meet more of the Titan crew, and that's adding new characters.
Meet them at all.
So
I mean, yeah. I actually quite like the alien second in command lady.
Yeah.
I like the alien, but not too alien vibe. Okay.
and a lot of people said, "Where's Deanna?" And like, she's probably pregnant at this point with Thaddeus. Maybe she's like taking some time off, or
just busy talking to somebody and
doing her job.
yeah. I mean, what's she gonna do? The Packlids think you're Enterprise. Yeah, I know, Deanna. Like, it's not helpful. You know, like she's not
They're
useful.
stupid. I am getting stupid just reading their starts drilling on herself.
Well, I need to leave. I'm getting more stupid IQ points every set. Oh,
Riker, face smooth. I eat bath time now. Shave. Yeah, so it's absolutely fine. Yeah, my review, like I say, better than the first episode. I think it had a lot of strong elements, but they didn't. None of them quite came together as good as they could have. 2 episodes rather than 1 would have been better. It's a great setup episode. I think it'll be better in retrospect if you had a lot more Riker. Like the way they're playing this, I feel like he should be at least 6. Like even if they're small parts. Now I've been given Bradle and Titan. This has to be a dual season storyline. That needs to be there. It can't just be, oh, he's on the Titan, moving on. That won't work for me. So they're setting an expectation here. Hopefully they're going to rise to it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
having both Boimlers appear in an episode and get to have fun with that and see how one evolves under the tutelage of a captain who sees best in him, and one evolves under Mariner disregarding his feelings and putting him down. Like, show how you become a different officer with those things. But I definitely liked it for sure, and I think it's definitely a positive actual first episode. And I think if this had been the first episode, I think it would have been a better choice. I don't know. I think just to start off with like a fresh foot,
Trying to remember what the last episode was even about. Strange Energies. Oh yeah.
Oh, it was the God Ransom.
Yeah, that felt more like a mid-season episode, honestly, because we didn't feel like there was a lot to that episode. This one felt jam-packed. So
yeah, this should have been that episode because it just sets Boimler in straight away.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm going to be consistent, but I know that there's going to be I hope for much better episodes. So for me, I'm happy with the 7 across the board. Last week I gave 6s. This time I'm happy to give 7s. Better. It's still missing that sweet sauce, but it might have been some of the best of the season. I hope not, because season 1 had a lot better episodes than this. I think probably half of last season was better than this one, but they're never bad. This just didn't hit me with oomph, but I enjoyed it. And 7s still reasonable. It's still much better than average. So there you go.
You know what? I still think we need to actually add a new scoring element to Lower Decks. Just the nostalgia factor or the referential factor. There should be a referential score.
I mean, I can add that right now.
I don't know if it's a good idea.
It's probably not.
Annoying. Okay, I'm going to say no then.
Because wouldn't this get a 9, surely, of reference factor?
Yes, this would be very high. That's why I scored it so high.
You know what? Let's see if we can do that as a joint thing. So a Trekyards joint reference score, so we can come to a consensus.
Okay.
I'm happy to call it a 9 for reference score.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with you.
And
9.
last week with you had Great Barrier reference-ish, you had the Gary 7. What's his name?
Mitchell?
No.
No.
Yeah, Gary Mitchell.
Yeah, Gary Mitchell, yes.
You'd have to say Gary with it, because Mitchell doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
You had the Packlids in it, you had the fighter in it, you had the cannon ships at the start, you had...
Citation Ops reference.
I'd give it an 8, because it was mostly at the start. For references. Because this one had more. So it has to be...
I'd give last week a 7.5.
Okay. I mean, I'm happy to... Yeah, okay. Cool. This may not continue, but here we go.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Super chat for Stuart to read out. Non-super chat, I'll read out.
Chuck A says 11 out of 10 for references. Maj Mac puts in $5. Thank you so much, Maj, whatever. Sorry, pronouncing it wrong. Probably. I want to hear the commander speak in American again. American.
I mean... Hey there. I mean, do they want me to read super chats or him to read super chats?
Well, I gotta read super chats and the captain.
But I'm a captain too. Have you seen my rank?
You don't got rank stripes, dumbass.
I got no rank. God damn it. But neither do you, son. So we're the same. We're just TOS, man. On TOS world, looking at a TOS sun, I can do a limbo.
I don't know what he's talking about. Don't ask me.
Oh, you know. You know.
I'm going to fucking kill you.
Wow.
Wow. Off the rails. Let's go to Super Chat. Fleet Pass Swiftback $2, 8.5 out of 10, both for season of Lower Decks. Pretty good, love it. Dun. General Grievous $2. Deanna got called to Earth by Reg Barkley again. Hey, that's a distinct possibility.
Perfect. I like it.
Captain Chili Bina $5. 8 out of 10. Overall, great episode. I can't wait for your in-depth videos and all the references. I loved Boimler's attitude and Kayshon's metaphors the most. Yes. Olivia Julius $5. TBH. What the hell does TBH stand for?
To be honest,
that's it. Yeah. I wanted Mariner to steal the game, and when Boimler came back, everyone is addicted, and Mariner forced him to wear it, with Boimler yelling, "No, no, no!"
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So we had 2 super chat scores in there, so thank you so much. Right now, Olivia has the last super chat slot. So General Grievous, I don't know if you're still there, but I'm sure you are.
But I think it's my turn to read the known super chat scores, huh? Oh yeah.
Why don't you read it as yourself? There you go.
Hello.
Oh my god.
What's the British accent?
That's really annoying.
Hello there. I'm
That's
the
better.
No. Go what?
I just use my
Alright,
voice.
Sonny, hello. Let's do the scores then, laddie. We're going to talk to you about the Trekyards scores. Alright, so, the non-super chat scores are as follows, Stuart. What was that?
What? Nothing. I'm just like, hey, look at this thing over here.
I think you're making fun of me. Is it because I got rank? I outrank you, son. Look at my pips. Look at my pips. What do you have, Sonny? Nothing. Right. Who's this fucker behind me? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Super chat. Time for a super chat. So shut up, Commander. General Grievous $2. That's good. Make way for the Trade Federation.
Look, Sonny, don't fuck with me.
You don't have a weapon down here, do you?
That's a photo shoot right there, Stuart.
I don't have a weapon down here right now.
Sorry, what?
Read some non-super chat scores.
Alright, let's read some. We got, how far do I have to go? Alright, we got 8 out of 10. We got 9 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 9, 7, 8.5, 8.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 11, 10, 6.4, 9, 7.5, 8, 8. That's it. I did it.
Well, we got more super chats. So
Oh my
that's
god.
good. Matt Boardman, $5. Why does Sans puppet voice for himself sound like Mrs. Doubtfire? And 8 out of 10
Look,
for this
because
episode.
I like the, Robin Williams, that's it. Hello, dearies.
Olivia Julius,
Yes.
$1 snipe. Fleet Pass Swiftback, $2. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sam's Liverpudlian is horrible. Liverpool, whatever. Do Scottish next.
Look, I'm not doing a Liverpoolian, I'm just talking, mate. I'm just doing a conversation piece. And now I'm something else, I don't know. I'm just something, mate. I think I'm Australian, I don't know.
Ozzy says 9 out of 10 with Corn Pips Command. And General Grievous snipes in at $1, so General Grievous is now last super chat slot.
Joe Grievous, any from Star Wars?
Never heard of it.
Have you not? It's famous.
No.
Made by a guy named Jeff Lucas.
I just realized R2D2 is the same scale.
That's from Star Wars. You were lying to me, weren't you? But just a minute ago, mate. That's Star Wars.
Maybe.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Stuart.
Olivia Julius
I don't think he
thanks in at $1.
consents.
So Olivia Julius. Olivia Julius has the last super chat slot.
I think. Okay, guys.
put in the chat right now, like right now, do you want to see a whole puppet live where just like that one particular episode where we were fictional versions of us buying Star Trek? Do you want to see a whole episode of Puppet Us? Be honest, guys, where we're just being us, but Puppet Us.
SWTX Chaser $1. General Grievous $2 for Matt. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. You know what we should do? I should drop this one, and you drop your Captain Foley, so it looks like it passes through both frames at the same time. I think you can do that.
I think so.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. You fucker! Captain Foley! You fucker! Do it, dude! I'm gonna crawl back. I'm gonna crawl back. Oh my god! We got transport a clone! We got transport a clone! Oh my god! This is ridiculous!
Eric Sween, $5. Thank you so much. He's got the last super chat slot now with a really expensive snipe of $5. So thank you so much.
What a day! Who knew that Mike McMahon would force us to spend an hour talking like puppets? Mike, you.
What other Star Trek YouTubers have a puppet of themselves that they could do this joke? Foley and Calkins when they became puppets. Like seriously, this was Sylvia's idea. We watched the episode. She goes, "You should use your puppets." I'm like, oh my god! So I messaged Samuel right away.
And let's be honest, they are incredible puppets. Absolutely incredible. Really well done. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Sylvia's mom is coming over on Sunday. I'm going to show her the whole clip where we transition from our real life selves into the puppets. She will love that.
On the big screen, Stuart.
Yes, indeed.
Fantastic. Stuart, I think we're done. I think that was an
adventure.
Yeah, we are. Do go back and watch the edited review for that gag at the very least. And of course, tomorrow's shipment video and other videos Sunday to Thursday. The adventure has been done once again, Stuart. And of course, tune in for our lives. We'll do a few bits and bobs. I'm excited.
Yes.
But you guys have absolutely kicked so much super chat ass. Seriously, big thank you. Those are regulars do know this has been pretty, well, progressively worse and worse month for us, or months. This is great. This last week has been great, and it doesn't feel like a lot, but it does mean a lot to us, and yeah, certainly helps. So thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. And every like $3 and $5 do mount up very quickly. So again, massive thank you, and do enjoy the many episodes this week.
But Captain Chili Bean at $3 with a little cat waving bye-bye. Bye-bye. General Grievous, $1 snipe. So thank you so much, General Grievous. Another Julius, $5. I want a doll now with Samuel's voice in it.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
When you've had that, you know.
And General Grievous snipes in again with another $1. General Grievous really wants to have that last super chat slot. So Thank you so much to everyone watching. Olivia Julius snipes in with $1. Here we go again.
Until next time, though, here's Captain Foley.
I'm Puppet Foley, bitch.
Puppet Foley, bitch.
And he is Puppet Cockings.
No, just Commander Cockings today. Don't know what you're doing about. Puppet? What? No, I don't know.
And he is Puppet Cockings.
Damn it, I've no control. Damn it. And Olivia gets last super... Oh no, Grievous gets last super chat. Hold on. Haha.
Grievous sniped it in. Oh, and
Bye,
General
guys.
Grievous. Yes. Bye, guys. We're out.